Friends, greetings of the day. This is Rajesh Sunne, Assistant Professor of Communication Skills from Shuvelepalli Kelvani Mandal's Institute of Pharmacy, Dhule. Today, I am in front of you having interaction on the importance, significance of group discussion in one's professional life, personal life, and social life. Friends, you are all aware of the importance and significance attached with the group discussion, and directly, indirectly, the importance of communication skills. Because if you are good in communication, then even the sky will not be limit for you in your professional career. And you'll be best managing your interpersonal relations in your individual, personal and social life. So, friends, here we are talking about group discussion only in professional point of view. While talking about the group discussion, friends, the most important thing in the beginning is what I'll be covering throughout the session. I'll be talking about group discussion's characteristics, objectives and purpose and importance of group discussion, as well as the difference between the group discussion and debate, the characteristics of successful GD and strategies required for successful GD. Along with that, what is selection GD, techniques required for individual contribution in GD, and team management and leadership. These points we are going to talk about. And the learning, what are the learning objectives? Friends, as a learner, you will be able to understand the effective GD, strategies required for effective contribution, importance of leadership, as well as team management, importance of team management, how to remain active, contribute in selection GD, and the dynamics and the perspectives of GD. Friends, GD, as I told earlier, that is required for what? Not only for the professional growth, but for comprehensive understanding of any situation. GD is required to get clear picture of any kind of situation or condition. GD is required for that, to be well equipped, to be ready to tackle any situation, to tackle with people. For management also group discussion is required, not to solve problem, but to exchange different waves. Group discussion is required to develop a better perspective on key issues and bring out various viewpoints, to explore the situations. Group discussion is required. Now you may have in your mind what exactly group discussion is. Friends, we have heard that when minds are united, even they can move the mountains. It means if we unite, then we can stand. And when educated people come together, then they can even do the miracles. Group discussion is what? It is a systematic, purposeful, interactive, logical and oral discourse process. Friends, GD refers to a communicative process that allows participants to express views, information amongst the group that shares common objective. GD, that it's what a kind of formal and informal discussion. Friends, while talking about GD, you have to keep in mind that linguistic competency is the most and the primemost importance in group discussion. While talking about the objectives and purpose of group discussion, friends, you must keep in mind that group discussions are always conducted in organization to take decisions as well as to solve problems, sometimes for comprehensive understanding, sometimes for comprehensive discussion of various aspects of the issue, and along with that to achieve unification. As I told that united we stand. To achieve unification, group discussion is required. To explore potential difficulties, find out solutions hypothetically, group discussion is required. Friends, I would like to explore the difference between the group discussion and debate, because most of the times participants assume that group discussion is nothing but debate. But these two activities are entirely different when it comes to approach, when it comes to procedure, when it comes to nature and outcome. When we talk about approach, GD is broad and debate are limited. In debate, only one point of view is discussed, explored, but in GD, the issue in a comprehensive way can be discussed. While talking about procedure, GD is more flexible compared to debate, because debate are always very, very utmost formal and only argument is there in debate, whereas in GD discussion is there. When it comes to nature, GD is a democratic and debate are autocratic. Friends, the most important difference between them is what? Outcome. GD can be there, and the outcome of GD is what? Idea or content. Whereas in debate, that who says, I mean, individual participant can be the outcome, because if you are too much talkative, if you have linguistic competency, then you can very easily come up with success in debate. But in group discussion, you must have lots of things, qualities like leadership, then team management, then the in-depth knowledge, understanding of the topic. A lot of things are there when it comes to group discussion. So friends, what we have talked, you need to reflect on, you need to understand significance of GD. You must be in a position now to differentiate between GD and debate, and you need to highlight, emphasize your take home at home. So while talking about the characteristics of successful GD, friends, you need to keep in mind that GD is what? Interactive oral procedure. It's always a goal-oriented discussion leading to unification of activities and opinions. And as I said earlier, this is what systematic, purposeful, goal-oriented activity where agreement is there on procedure, as well as they are very cooperative and friendly atmosphere can be there. As I told, that agreement on group goal is always sought in group discussion, and it's what goals are set, and to achieve that goals, discussion, interaction can be there. It helps a lot to take decisions, and it must achieve group goals. And that is what the end result of group discussion. While talking about the characteristics of selection GD, friends, here we have equitable distribution of participation in group discussion. It's not like that only those who are very talkative and competent in communication, they should dominate the discussion. It's not there in group discussion. Leadership must be shared, and all the people need to use effective communication techniques. GD is what? Effective and potentially powerful technique for effective personality trait. So I can say that in group discussion, overall personality assessment can be there. It occupies important place in hiring decisions when it comes to selection GD. And selection GD is varied from simple, brief discussion to an exhaustive, interactive discussion on controversial issues, accompanying problems. It evaluates in-depth knowledge, ability to present knowledge in convincing manner. Friends, effective and selection GD involves, most importantly, team management and leadership skills. So you have to keep all these points in your mind. Now you can have a question before you. So what can be evaluated in selection GD? Friends, in selection GD, your subject knowledge, your topic knowledge is the prime most one. Along with your communication skills, your oral as well as your body language matter a lot, as well as your listening abilities. How good you are listener. Only that shouldn't be there that you are only speaking, you are not listening, because if you listen, then only in the best way you can speak. Then your appropriateness of language is the most important thing, and the clarity of expression. Whatever you are speaking, that should be clear. If there is not clarity, if you are stammering, if any ambiguity is there in your mind, that ambiguity can be there in your expression also. So you have to take care, as well as your speech attitude, whether it's positive, whether it is negative, that is also important one. And your non-verbal clues, as I said earlier, that is your body language. Friends, I told that in group discussion, team management and leadership, these are the two pivotal aspects of this activity. And the leadership skills is decided on what functionalities and the way you are contributing to achieve group goals. And leadership attributes include these things. For example, the way you are taking initiative, the way you are analyzing your concept, the way you are asserting your opinions, the way you are standing, interacting confidently, whether you are objective or not, whether you have patience or composure to listen others, whether you are persuasive or not, or whether you are motivated or not. These qualities, these attributes make you a strong leader. And while talking about the team management, friend, in GD, you should come as a leader naturally, because team leader is not fixed in the beginning. Throughout GD, in what way you are acting, whether you are bringing people together despite their differences, you are unifying your participants or not, whether you are steering the discussion to logical conclusion within fixed time limit or not. Means these attributes are important to add value to your personality, to make you a effective team manager, to make you a effective leader. And employer always looks for the candidate who work in team oriented environment, and whether each participant is a team player or not. Most of the times what happens, participants to come and stand, they do not speak, and they feel that when I am standing in a group, I am participating in group discussion. Friends, your personality is evaluated, examined not on the basis of participation but on the basis of your contribution. So what you are contributing, that should be there in your mind. And when it comes to management skills, friends, this skill includes your adaptability, your positive attitude, your cooperation and your coordination. And when it comes to GD strategies, you must GD always are planned and conducted in the best way, and these strategies can be helpful for you to be effective in your participation, getting the GD started, contributing systematically, creating a friendly and cooperative atmosphere, moving the discussion along, as well as promoting the optimum participation, handling conflict and effective closure. So friends, at this point you need to stop and think on these points. What is selection GD? You need to understand. You need to understand how to inculcate leadership attributes, and you need to define what are the techniques to manage your team in group discussion. So friends, when it comes to your contribution, it has two aspects: individual contribution and group contribution. So when it comes to individual contribution, these techniques are there: the topic analysis, discussion, discussing opinions, discussing problems, case studies, interactive strategies, etc., etc. So friends, when it comes to individual contribution, you have to look at these points: whether your topic is analyzed in the best way, whether you are discussing opinions of others, whether you are discussing problems, your case studies, you have case studies or not, and what interactive strategies you are using over there. These points are important, friends. And when it comes to interactive strategies, you have lots of interactive strategies like exchanging opinions, where you can ask for opinions and you can express your opinions. You can support your opinions, so you can support others, you can balance your points of view. Sometimes you can agree, sometimes you can disagree, and while exchanging suggestions, you can follow these techniques: requesting and suggesting, making suggestions, accepting and rejecting opinions. A lot of things are there that you can do, and here you need to stop and think on these points, whether you are able to conduct GD or to be a part of effective GD by the listening to this interaction or not. Recognize the ways to contribute in GD, identify your key areas of contribution, and acknowledge the methods and techniques of evaluation in GD. Friends, thank you a lot for listening to me. I hope I have made your concept regarding group discussion clear. Friends, again keep in mind that until and unless you get participated you could do contribute in group discussion, you won't understand what is effective GD. Thank you a lot for watching this video.